Welcome to the deep dive. You've brought us quite an interesting source today, these excerpts from Bragg Healthy Lifestyle by Paul C. Bragg.
It's definitely a foundational text for a certain approach to health.
Yeah, it feels like more than just tips. It's really laying out a whole philosophy, isn't it? Aiming for this idea of ageless health.
That's right.
So our mission here is to really dig into that, pull out the most important nuggets, understand the core ideas, and see what the practical takeaways are for you, the listener.
Exactly. And a big part of it you'll see is this return to nature's laws. The source argues pretty strongly that a lot of modern problems come down to lifestyle. Internal focus is key.
Okay.
So we'll unpack concepts like internal purity, how the body renews itself, and the specific practices they recommend, all based on this material.
Great. Let's jump right into that core philosophy then, because it starts with this idea that life itself is a miracle and the body isn't just static.
Right. Not at all. The deep insight here is constant renewal, vigorous renewal.
They give timelines, don't they?
They do. An entirely new bloodstream every 3 months, they say. New cells every 11 months.
11 months.
And even your bones, a whole new structure every couple of years.
So biologically, you're literally a new person every few years?
That's the argument, yeah. And based on that, they propose that sickness, getting old, it's not really about time passing.
It's about disease or accidents.
Exactly. And disease, they claim, is mostly drawn by lifestyle choices that clog things up.
Clog things up.
That's the core idea. They say every disease is basically caused by the clogging of the human pipe system.
The human pipe system. Wow, that's a vivid image.
It is. Caused by toxic waste poisons, as they put it.
And they use heart disease, hardening of the arteries, as the main example, because it's the #1 killer.
Precisely. That buildup of cholesterol, fats, toxins, they see it as the prime example of this internal clogging.
Okay, so if clogging is the problem, the solution must be
Internal purity. That's the absolute centerpiece of their philosophy.
internal purity.
It's presented as the key, the secret, really, to youthfulness and vitality, no matter your calendar age.
So it's not about the years, it's about how clean your pipes are. Biological age versus calendar age.
That's it. Clean arteries, good blood pressure, pulse rate. Those are the markers of true age, according to Bragg. Keep those useful through purity.
That really shifts the focus, doesn't it? Away from fighting time itself.
Completely. It becomes about fighting internal toxicity.
And they don't just leave it there. They outline specific practices, these Bragg doctors, to achieve that purity.
Yes, these doctors are the pillars. Let's start with the first one, Dr. Sunshine.
The gentle healer.
Yeah.
What's the key takeaway about sun? It's not just get some sun, is it?
No, it's very specific. They see sunlight as a vital healer, but stress gentle sun. Early morning, late afternoon.
Avoid the midday sun.
Definitely. And start slowly, cautiously.
Yeah.
Maybe just expose your feet at first, then gradually more.
And there's that story about Paul Bragg himself using sunshine for his health.
Right, the source mentions his recovery from tuberculosis being aided by gentle alpine sunshine in Switzerland. It really underscores their belief in its careful therapeutic use.
And the vitamin D connection is strong, too.
Very strong. They recommend getting enough vitamin D, like 4,000 IU daily, linking it to reduced risk for serious conditions, some cancers, MS, type 1 diabetes. Sunlight's a prime source, but also fish oil, soy milk, mushroom powder.
Okay. From sunshine to movement, doctor exercise.
The body's vital energizer.
And the insight here isn't just exercise is good, it's essential.
Absolutely vital for health, youthfulness, fitness, even releasing emotional tension. It's presented as non-negotiable.
What kind of exercise?
Daily activity, brisk walking, jogging. They even mention stationary jogging as an option, hiking.
Right. But that study they mentioned, the iron pumping oldsters, that really jumps out.
Yeah, that's a landmark study they lean on heavily. Nursing home residents, 86 to 96 years old.
Incredible ages.
Inactive, many with chronic illnesses. And they tripled, some even quadrupled, their muscle strength in just 8 weeks with high-intensity weight training.
Tripled their strength at that age. That really challenges ideas about inevitable decline, doesn't it?
Completely. It shows, according to the source, that age-related muscle loss isn't destiny. It can be reversed safely and relatively quickly.
So exercise literally earns you health, stamina, flexibility.
Go power, endurance, opens up the cardiovascular system, revitalizes everything, mind, body, soul. That's the message.
And posture is part of this too, isn't it? Often overlooked.
Yes, they see the body as a human vehicle, and posture is crucial for it to function right. They talk about visceroptosis.
Droopy tummy?
Basics, yeah. Common after 40, they say, from overeating and lack of exercise. Strengthening those abdominal muscles isn't just vanity. It's about keeping organs supported, digestion working,
Mm,
overall vitality. They even provide a posture chart.
okay. Next doctor, Dr. Superpower Breathing, what's the core idea?
It's about the power of deep, deliberate oxygen intake, way beyond just normal breathing.
Is there a specific technique?
Yes. Lying flat, inhaling deeply through the nose, feeling the lower ribs expand out, then a slow, controlled exhale with pursed lips.
And the benefits are quite significant.
Very. Filling the entire lungs, they say, helping remove toxins, especially powerful when fasting, and even promoting new brain cells.
Wow. Okay, and the last one, maybe the most challenging for many, doctor fasting.
The miracle cleanser. That's what they call it.
The insight seems to be that fasting isn't about starving the body, but cleaning it.
Exactly. It's positioned as a safe, natural, incredibly effective way to detoxify, renew, rejuvenate. Mother Nature's master healer.
How does it work, according to them, against germs and viruses?
Their view is that germs and viruses only really thrive on decaying toxic matter inside you. Fasting cleans that out, making the body less hospitable.
They mention different lengths, 3, 7, 10 days.
Yes, and they strongly favor water fasting as the best, though juice fasting can be an easier way to start.
Any practical tips for someone considering this?
Find a quiet place. If you can, a retreat. Use vacation time. Keep your thoughts positive. And interestingly, they advise not discussing it with people who are ignorant about fasting to avoid negativity.
And they mention Hollywood figures using fasting.
Yeah, Spielberg, Streisand, claiming they use it for balancing physical, mental, spiritual, emotional life. It paints fasting as this holistic tool.
Okay, so we've covered the doctors, the practices. Let's turn to the fuel, the diet. There's a whole food guide pyramid.
Yes, a healthy plant-based daily food guide. And the base, the absolute foundation, is pure water.
How much?
8 glasses daily, purified or distilled. The insight is water's crucial role in everything: digestion, circulation, nutrient transport, toxin removal, protection against disease.
Above water, fruits and vegetables, lots of them.
4 to 6 servings of fruit daily, and apples get special attention.
Apples. Why apples specifically?
They call them powerful nutritional foods. Rich in potassium, the artery softener, and quercetin, an antioxidant. Claimed to fight viruses, bacteria, help prevent heart disease, cancers. Even the skins are important.
They even have that apple cider vinegar cocktail recipe.
Right, suggesting it helps with arthritis, joint deposits. Apple healthy life is a definite theme.
And vegetables. Even more servings.
6 to 8 daily servings, with a big emphasis on keeping about 2/3 raw, 1/3 cooked, organic if possible. Gentle cooking, steaming, baking.
Cabbage gets singled out too, doesn't it, as a miracle cleanser?
That's the term. They attribute a lot to cabbage. Stimulating immunity, killing bacteria, healing ulcers, even reducing colon cancer risks significantly with weekly intake. Plus uses for gout, arthritis, eye issues, even cabbage leaf wraps.
Okay, moving up. Whole grains, cereals, pasta, brown rice, 3 to 4 servings. Fiber focus there.
Right. And then beans, legumes, nuts, seeds, alternatives, 2 to 3 servings daily.
And this is where their protein argument comes in strongly.
Yes. The insight is that these plant sources provide excellent protein without the saturated fat and cholesterol of animal protein. They provide essential amino acids and are seen as protective against major diseases. Raw nuts, seeds, wheat germ, nutritional yeast, beans, lentils.
But their view on animal protein is quite forceful.
It is. They argue against heavy animal protein diets, linking them directly to serious issues: high blood pressure, heart problems, strokes, gout, kidney and liver trouble, even impotence.
They call meat secondhand food.
Yeah, suggesting it contains drugs, hormones, diseases from the animal, plus uric acid and those clogging fats. Their view is the body can make the protein it needs from other foods, and we only need a small amount, like the 3.5% in mother's milk. They use the racehorse analogy: strong, plant-powered animals.
So what's the guidance on meat, fish, eggs, dairy then? Avoid completely.
Not necessarily forbidden, but used with great discretion. Maybe once or twice a week if you choose, from healthy, hormone-free sources.
But milk products,
Yep.
they're quite strong on those.
Very strong. They advise avoiding milk and milk products, citing studies they believe link them to health problems, even pointing people to notmilk.com. They push for non-dairy alternatives: soy, almond, rice milk, things like that, and ensuring calcium from non-dairy sources, of course.
Does the diet adapt for different climates?
Yes, they acknowledge that. While the ideal might be tropical, For colder climates, they suggest more beans, brown rice, potatoes with skins, raw nuts, seeds foods to build a robust bloodstream to the cold.
And overeating is a big issue too, even with healthy food.
Huge issue. The insight is quantity matters. Being overstuffed and overfueled leads to sluggishness, poor posture, fatigue. The rule is stop eating when you feel you could still eat a little more. Simpler meals are better.
They also mention special rejuvenating health days.
Yeah, like days just on fresh fruit or juice. The Bragg watermelon flush for kidney cleansing is one example.
And desserts.
Occasional healthy ones are okay, whole grain flour, honey, baked fruit. But avoid making it a daily habit.
So the overall food message is clear. Processed, refined foods are the enemy, lacking nutrients, full of chemicals, causing disease, and nutrition can prevent or reverse that.
Which leads right into the specific things they label toxic poisons to avoid, the things that turn the body into a toxic sewage system, in their words.
That's strong language. What's top of the list?
Refined white sugar. And anything made with it, candy, sweets, sugary drinks, sodas, they call it the worst villain.
Why so bad?
Destroys teeth, bones, health, leaches minerals, prime cause of tooth decay, diabetes, makes the body acidic. They point out a can of soda has like 10 teaspoons of sugar.
Toxic sugar substitutes like aspartame are out too.
Yes, along with refined white flour breads, donuts, pizza crusts, processed cheeses, smoked, salted, preserved meats, heavy fats.
Fast food, junk food.
All of it. Greasy fries, hot dogs, hamburgers. Stimulants too, coffee, alcohol, colas, sugar drinks, pills, seen as just masking fatigue from a bad diet.
They've have a really strong warning about microwaves, don't they?
Extremely strong, health-destroying, they call it. They mention a Swiss study suggesting microwaving changes food structure negatively, suggests convection ovens instead.
Plus all the chemical additives in processed foods.
Over 2,800, according to the source. A major reason to avoid them. And finally, identifying and avoiding allergic foods is crucial.
Okay, so how does someone figure all this out for themselves? They offer tools for self-awareness, right?
Absolutely. The daily journal is key. The insight is you have to monitor yourself to see what works for you.
What do you track?
Everything. What you eat, pulse rate after meals, reactions, mood, energy, weight, elimination, sleep. It helps you pinpoint problem foods and situations. Paul Bragg apparently kept one for over 70 years.
That's dedication. And the pulse test.
Dr. Coca's pulse test for allergies. Simple idea. Take your pulse before eating, then 30 minutes after. If it jumps up 8-10 beats or more, that food might be an issue.
What are common allergens they list?
Milk, grains like wheat and corn, eggs, fish, meats, citrus, melons, strawberries, peanuts, chocolate, caffeine, MSG, salt, even pesticides.
Beyond diet and self-monitoring, they mention alternative therapies too.
Yes, encouraging exploration. Things like the Traeger approach, gentle rocking and shaking for tension release.
Water therapy sounds intense. Detox showers, baths.
Yeah, using things like olive oil, hot cold water, Epsom salts, apple cider vinegar to pull toxins out through the skin, and artificial fever cleanse,
Even
garden hose massage.
massage and aromatherapy are in there too.
Valued for relaxation, circulation, loosening muscles. Swedish massage is mentioned. Essential oils like rosemary, lavender for different effects. Natural oils like olive or almond for skin, warning against mineral oil. They stress massage is good for everyone. Self-massage, family, friends, even babies and pets.
And a whole list of others. Ayurvedic, biofeedback, yoga, tai chi.
Right. Encouraging people to explore, find holistic practitioners, take responsibility for their health, especially with rising healthcare costs. It's a broad toolkit.
What really stands out is how they connect all this physical stuff to the mental, emotional, and spiritual side.
That's very true. The Promise Yourself section really captures this. The insight is that inner states aren't just results of health, they're part of it.
These are like daily affirmations or commitments.
Exactly. Promise yourself peace of mind, positive talk, appreciating others, optimism, striving for the best, celebrating success, letting go of mistakes, self-improvement, being too big for worry, too noble for anger, too strong for fear, too happy for trouble.
Those are active choices, and they relate it to Paul Bragg's own journey.
Yes, describing his pursuit of physical health leading to a deep spiritual awakening. High mental energy, finding heavenly serenity, peace of mind, a personality change away from worry.
So the ultimate goal is this holistic balance achieved through internal purity.
That's the core message. Physical, mental, emotional, spiritual health, all flowing from that purity, leading to happiness and adding youthful years.
The philosophical quotes sprinkled throughout reinforce that. MacArthur, Seneca, Schweitzer.
Paracelsus on fasting, Patricia Bragg on happiness.
Yeah. And practical tips like counting blessings or saying affirmations during exercise. Finding healthy leisure in simple things, sunsets, nature walks, reading, music.
Then right at the end, there's this call to become a Bragg crusader.
Yes, a call to action to share the message. And tied into that is a very specific political stance regarding the seed industry.
Right. This part feels quite different. What's the source claiming here?
Well, they contrast the historical image of Johnny Appleseed freely sharing seeds with what they claim is happening now. They assert that large seed companies, and they specifically name Monsanto,
Okay.
are using practices to make it illegal for farmers to save and reuse their own seeds.
How? According to the source.
Through restrictive licensing agreements farmers have to sign. And they even claim these companies use investigators, mentioning the Pinkerton Detective Agency, to enforce these contracts.
And the source sees this as harmful, especially for farmers in developing nations. Yes, that's their stated position. They argue it harms farmers worldwide, threatens food security, and replaces free sharing with a profit-driven system that could lead to dependency.
So their call to action is,
To protest what they see as corporate control of seeds and food. They encourage contacting government officials, president, governors, senators, and provide resources like firstgov.gov and links to websites discussing Monsanto, ethical investing, and alternative health.
So just to be clear for our listeners, these claims and calls to action regarding the seed industry are presented here as what the source material itself asserts and advocates.
Exactly. It's part of the broader message presented in the Bragg literature.
Wow. Okay, that really was a deep dive. From redefining aging and the human pipe system to Dr. Sunshine, Dr. Fasting, the power of cabbage, avoiding microwaves, finding inner peace, and even that call about seed freedom.
It's definitely a comprehensive system, isn't it?
Yeah.
And quite radical in many ways. The focus is relentlessly on internal purity, following nature, taking personal responsibility, diet, exercise, fasting, the mental and spiritual. It's all woven together.
Absolutely. And those specific anecdotes, like the older weightlifters or the details about apples and ACV, they really make the philosophy concrete, don't they? The pulse test, the journal, practical tools.
Right. It's not presented as easy, though. It requires dedication, patience. The source is clear. It takes time to undo years of imbalance, but it fundamentally challenges that idea of inevitable decline with age.
So after exploring all this, the body's renewal, the Bragg doctors, the dietary path, the warnings, the call to action, and that intense focus on internal purity for agelessness, here's something for you to think about. If, as this source strongly suggests, vibrant health and youthfulness really do stem mostly from how clean and efficient your internal systems are, what's maybe one small practical step inspired by this deep dive that you could take starting today towards purifying your own internal pipes?